the source of our inspiration. And in Veda, we have everything. Vedas are nothing but the documented research papers our rishis have taken up years and years and years. It is not something where some people have written and did cut and paste and compiled the whole thing. No. Every word in the Veda is the expression of the experience our rishis have gone through. That's why even now Vedas are eternal. Even now Vedas are our source of inspiration. It's very, very important we have to understand it. Vedas are also called Apaurusheya. Apaurusheya means not man-made. Every other thing is created by the mind, created by the human beings. Vedas are called Apaurusheya, not created, not calculated, not drafted in the human mind. Then how did these people got this? Vedas are called Shruti. Shruti means when they were in deep contemplation, they heard these messages. Shruti, they heard. When they have gone beyond body, mind, intellect, when they have gone beyond the limited zone of nature, when they were in that space, they could hear, they could experience these messages. That's why Vedas are our reference point. Whenever people go through any problem, they go back to Vedas and cross-check and correct themselves. And it was going on. Vedas had 3 dimensions: Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda means the rituals, lot of rituals. You do this, don't do this, yajnas and rituals and activities after activities. That is the first part of the Veda. That is the early Vedic time. When rishis started looking at everything, they started wondering. The entire Veda, the journey of Veda had begun with curiosities. What is this thunder? What is this lightning? How did the rain? All those questions, the innocent, curious questions, made our rishis to probe into the mysteries of life. So in the beginning, when they started experiencing all these mystical experiences, the changes that are taking place, the play of the nature, they started wondering, is there anybody who is behind all these things? That is the question. Now the lightning is happening. Who has created this lightning? The thunder. Who created this thunder? There has to be some organization doing all these things. So they started wondering. Then they started naming the energy fields as Vayu, as Agni, as Indra, and all those, Varuna, all those things. Then they thought that if we satisfy them, then they will be happy. So they started satisfying them. So all the rituals, yajnas, all started evolving in a beautiful way. Beautiful way. Shanno mitrasham varunaha, shanno bhavatvaryama. Like these people started creating Shanti mantras. Om Bhadrang Karne Bhishnuyama Devaha. In this way, they started praising, they started adoring, they started appreciating, they started worshipping. It's the human mind, is it not? When the human mind tries to be in touch with unlimited energy field, it's only half wonder, is it not? Nothing else. In front of you, somebody does something which is beyond your expectation, your words will disappear, like this. So, our rishis experienced that. Of course, now we don't have the chance because the environment is like that. All concrete jungles and this and that. We have corrupted so much. I don't know why we are getting into this nonsensical rut. Just to earn some money and lead a very corrupt life. That's why we are doing so much. The entire world is after that because we are getting inspiration from the West and we have lost the connectivity of the East. That's why this kind of thing. Anyway, then after some time, Rishi started wondering, what is this? Why are we worshipping it? Why are we doing all these rituals? Then slowly their mind started getting into the subtle dimension. This is where the upasana comes. Upasana means, it's a beautiful word, upa-asana, sitting very close to that and started watching, observing, experiencing. That is called upasana. When you say you are doing puja, when you say you are doing anushtana, upasana means you are sitting very close and watching. That is called upasana. It is not, I did puja, I did this, all those things. Whereas you are not sitting with, you are not sitting closer. You are doing the ritual. That is not going to convey anything. Right? In the families also, we are all living together, but we are not doing the upasana in the family. Upasana means sitting close, understanding the emotions, understanding the compulsions, understanding the obligations, understanding all those. We are not doing it. Even though we are sitting together, even though we are living together, oh my God, miles and miles and miles apart. That's why we feel lonely, that's why we are not getting connected. So the second dimension is upasana. And the third dimension, they started negating the whole thing. This is not what I am trying to get it. This is not what I am trying to experience it. So neti, they started, no, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Then comes the jnana. Jnana means the knowledge. It is not the information, it is the knowledge. What is that knowledge? The true experience is knowledge. That is knowledge. That the true experience, the real experience, the eternal experience, the connectivity is knowledge. People are under the impression knowledge means information. No, it is not information. When you are in that knowledge, you don't see any words. You don't see any explanation. You don't see any interpretations. If you are still in interpretation, explanation and all those things, very sorry, that is not knowledge, that is information. So information is different, knowledge is different. You have collected information about Rasagulla, but still it's an information. When you put the Rasagulla in your mouth and then when you close your eyes, you are in the knowledge of Rasagulla. You don't need any further explanation. You don't need any further logic. You don't need any support to say Rasagulla is this. There is nothing to argue. There is nothing to prove. There is nothing to project. You are in that. What happens? When you put Rasagulla in your mouth, you become silent. So a Jnani becomes Mauni. If Jnani keeps like a chatterbox, he is not a Jnani. A Jnani has to become a Mauni. After experiencing, say, Rasagulla, if somebody who has not taken Rasagulla, 5-6 people, if they start arguing, fighting about the Rasagulla, how do you look at those people, tell me? With a smile. Chalo. Chalo. Vad, Vivad, Tarka, Vitarka, Kutarka. You see all nonsense because they have not experienced it, they have not touched it. Why the Pandits fight? Because they have not experienced it. Why the scholars pick up the arguments? Because there is no experience. There is no experience. So the Jnana Kanda is the ultimate purpose. In the passage of time, what happened? The Karma Kanda took over. Now again, in the country it is happening. Lot of rituals and astrologers, all these people started ye karo, wo karo, ye mat karo, wo mat karo. Again we are caught. And this is what we are seeing. Morning between maybe 8 and 10, you open any channel, only the astrologer, the mantriks, the tantriks, they will be, my God. And people are religiously following because, why they are following? Not because they want to follow, because they are afraid. There is fear, there is insecurity. So, and they have money. So karo, isme kya hai? Aur ek danda karte raho. So it is going on. So this karma kanda converted or transformed the human minds as a merciless, mechanical minds without the human touch. So people started moving away from the human touch, human feelings. People started becoming monsters. Every technocraft is a monster, you understand it. Any technocraft, once when you become a technician, the arrogance enters and then the relationship goes away. Any expertise, it happens. So the same thing happened. At that time, society was in, a lot of sacrifices were going on, animal killing, violence in the name of religion, all such things were going on. Each group became very powerful, fighting with the other group, creating their own philosophy, their own establishment. This is the right thing to do, all those. And the entire Bharata Varsha was in great confusion, violence and in conflict. So, in this process, people lost the true insight of Veda. Here comes the time of Buddha. Buddha appeared. Now what message Buddha gave? Buddha gave love, compassion and concern. And it started getting, people started experiencing, yes, that is very important. Compassion, love, human values, human feelings, Maitri, Karuna, all those values Buddha gave it to the humanity. And that has taken again another turn. People started moving away from Veda, started criticizing, started abusing, started vulgarizing, all those things. So in that scenario, Bhagavan Shankara has appeared to bring back Vedas and to keep the Vedas as the center with the Jnana, the knowledge as the essence. As the essence. I don't go into the much details of it. And Shankaracharya, he did the whole thing in 32 years, right? That's the great. Of course, first 12 years, 13 years, he was, in his Bala Leela mood, ye dikao, wo dikao, like that. He was showing all sorts of miracles and everything, and creating such miracles. There are hundreds of such experiences with Shankara's life. And then, I think about 18, 20 years, he traveled all over and organized, reorganized, brought the entire Vedic culture with a different note altogether. This is where the Brahma Sutras and Upanishads took the prime place in the society, and people started working. And another important dimension is Shankaracharya, he gave that kind of ultimate knowledge at one level. And also another beautiful thing with Shankaracharya is he brought all the gods together. All the gods together. Here, in the same Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. He could have said Bhaja Shankara, Bhaja Shankara. He did not do that. He brought all Vaishnavites, all Shaivites, all groups together. And he himself projected, I am the ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. Whereas the Advaitins, they don't accept it. Whereas the Dvaitins, they don't accept it. Dvaitins, they say, oh, Shiva, oh, no. He is worth to live in graveyard. And shit. Whereas Shankara brought that integration. And he is the greatest organizer, let me tell you. He established 4 mutts in the 4 directions of this country. In south, Sringeri, in east, in west, in north. So 4 mutts he established. And then he traveled all through and then understood the society, human psyche, and then created wonderful base for every samskara to accept and to travel towards the liberation. That is the beauty of Lord Shankara. That is the beauty of Lord Shankara. And he brought tantra, mantra, yantra, gods, all, and put them in the right places. And as the pinnacle, he put Vedanta as the highest pedestal. And he has created all types of poems, lyrics, music. Oh my God, we should see all types. On Vishnu, on Yamuna, on Ganga, on this, on that. And each one is such musical. That is beautiful. For example, Ayagiri Nandini. You might have heard. The way it moves, right? So, friends, hey, Lord Shankara, visionary, missionary, and in 20 years, he could bring India back to its original Vedic culture. We are all able to experience Upanishads, Vedas now because of Lord Shankara.
Hara Hara Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara Hara Hara Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara Hara Hara Shankara Jaya Jaya Shankara Hara Hara 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 Shankara